So we're going to be dropping guests off on the Caribbean side first, and we're going to get off on the Mediterranean side, 2 motor locks. Welcome to Sandals Grande Antigua. This is the motor lobby for the Mediterranean Village. We arrived through that gate right there. You've got the Club Sandals Lounge here to the left. Pass through to the rest of the Mediterranean Village building. And then we haven't explored what's on the right yet, but we hope to do so here shortly. All right, so here we are at Sandals Grande Antigua. We just arrived, just saw the sunset from our balcony, but we wanted to, before we destroy the room, give you a quick room tour. So we are staying on the 7th floor of the Mediterranean Village. There's the motor lobby that we just came in, and we are staying in room 7711. This is a butler suite here at the Mediterranean Village. This is the Butler Penthouse Suite. So as you walk in, you've got this nice little entryway, and to the left is a butler pantry with a closet for additional storage, so our luggage will likely go in there. There's an iron and an ironing board, little microwave, little coffee station, and a sink, as well as, let me grab my welcome champagne here. You walk into the main living area where there is a bar with full-size liquors. We've got some good stuff like Appleton Estate Rum, Absolute Vodka. There's Twin Oaks, Cabernet Sauvignon, some Johnny Walker Black Label, and some Tanqueray gin. We're also enjoying our champagne that our butler O'Dane provided for us when he showed us the room. So a very pleasant seating area here with a big TV that probably won't even get turned on during this trip. And we walk through. There's a closet here as you enter the bedroom, but then there's a poster bed with another TV, and there's another entrance to the very, very amply sized balcony. Another sitting area over in the bedroom itself. Safe. You've got a jacuzzi tub. You've got his and hers vanities. Deb's going to get the one with the makeup mirror since I don't usually wear the makeup under most circumstances. You've got a separate commode, the toilet, in a separate room with a door. And then on the other side here, you have a very sizable shower with a rain shower head. The most spectacular part of this room, though, is if we walk out here to the balcony, you've got loungers, an entrance to the bedroom, and this view. You can see that they're fogging for mosquitoes down there right now here at just after sunset. There's the main pool. Mario's is down there to the right, as well as Bella Napoli, the pizza joint. Don't see the floating tiki bar out there right now, but maybe when we get closer to the beach, we will see that. So that wraps up the first impressions of the room here in the Mediterranean Village Penthouse Butler Suite on the 7th floor, room 7711, here at Sandals Grande Antigua. are we, honey?
I'm on a boat, a tiki boat.
Okay, so here we are at Bayside, and Deb is having a Pinot Grigio, but our butler, Dane, has seated us right by the beach. So there's the sand of the beach right there, and there's the waves crashing on the beach.
So which one will be that order?
Okay.
You guys need anything?
I think we're good. Thank you, Dane. So that was O'Dane, our butler.
One of our butlers.
One of our butlers. We've also got Kirk, Dirk,
and Kamar.
and Kamar. Okay, we
We're
haven't
going
met
to meet
them
them
yet.
this weekend.
Exactly. But so far, the breeze is spectacular. It's very, very warm, nice, classy place. I think I'm going to have some of the escargot to start. I haven't ever had escargot before, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to have the French onion soup. Deb's eyeballing the chicken cordon bleu, and I am eyeballing the medallions. And then obviously we're going to have the creme brulee at the end. So, we're also going to have the French onion soup. I don't know if I mentioned that. But we'll see how this goes. We're very excited. Our first dinner here at Sandals Grande Antigua. Greetings from Sandals Grande Antigua. So this is where we're at on the beach today. Our butler put out a table or a cooler and some towels on the chairs for us, and we are right here. And there's the dive boat that I'll be going on in about 30 minutes. Do some diving. There's a couple of cruise ships in town today. Hopefully this wind is not being too bad, but I think this will do. I think it'll do. meow, meow. All right, guys, so these are our last few moments here at Sandals Grande Antigua. We are going to miss that view from right behind us in room 7711. We had a blast while we were here over this whole trip. It was a great time. Spent 8 nights, 9 days here, and we are leaving in about 15 minutes. So trying to keep it happy and positive, though really we're kind of dying inside because we don't want to go home yet. This has just been an absolutely wonderful stay. We've had a ton of fun. Deb has enjoyed both the pool and the beach. The beach here is amazing. You'll hear a lot of people talk about the fact that it's not a private beach here at Sandals Grande Antigua. It's a public beach, but are there vendors? Yes. Will they ask you to buy things? Yes. Can you say no? Absolutely. And we did. And we said no throughout the entire week until this morning we went around and we picked up a few trinkets as souvenirs here and there that we wanted to take home with us. And actually, the pricing from the vendors on the beach was pretty solid. The other advantage to being a public beach is you get to know the people that are around you on the property during your stay, but there's usually 2 to 3 cruise ships in town each day, and they drop them off down on that end of the beach. So it's actually it's that end of the beach, and you see all the cruise passengers making their way up and down the beach. So if you like people watching, there are thousands and thousands of people over the course of your stay that you get to see, and you see all shapes and sizes and colors and creeds and all kinds of different lifestyles and whatever. But that was actually kind of an entertaining part of the beach. You've got the waves, you've got the beach, you've got the boats coming in and leaving, and you've got different people walking up and down the beach that you can just see all kinds of different stuff. It gets a little bit crazy. It's a lot of fun. The food here was spectacular.
The service was wonderful. We had 3 butlers during our stay. We had O'Dane, and we had Kamar, and we had Dirk as our butler team here. Definitely recommend butler level if you've never tried it. It does cost a little bit more, but then you've got some people that are looking out for you, making sure that you have the best time that you possibly can during your stay. They're only a phone call away. If you don't call them, they'll call you and say, what can we bring you? What would you like to drink? Would you like something to eat? Is there any reservations that we need to make for you for dinners or for any excursions off property? We went on one excursion to Shirley Heights. That was a highlight. The travel down to Shirley Heights, it was about $100 for 2 people round trip to Shirley Heights, which is about 45 minutes away from St. John's and Dickinson Bay, where Sandals Grande Antigua is. But it was very narrow roads and a very bumpy road. So it takes a little bit of time, even though it's only a distance of maybe 15 miles max to get down there. But Shirley Heights overlooks English Harbor, which was Lord Nelson's dockyard back in the 1700s. And the views from up there were spectacular. The food was amazing, and it was very reasonably priced. Deb had the jerk chicken plate, and that was $13.50 US. I had the jerk chicken and baby back ribs plate. That was $37. I think she got probably the better value, but the ribs were spectacular and definitely fall off the bone tender with a jerk sauce, jerk barbecue sauce on them. That was awesome. They also did a lobster plate that was $40. So not unreasonable, but for $40, you expect to have a lobster that's this big. One of our friends that we met during this trip, this lobster was this big, sliced in half. They gutted it and put all the lobster meat back in with a dressing of some sort, almost like a salad, and then used the shell of the lobster as the presentation for that. And that was $40, and it looked spectacular. And according to Whitney, it was absolutely amazing. So if you like lobster, that's a great place to go for lobster. And like I said, only $40 US. There were literally 1,000 people at this party. Definitely a younger crowd, but it was great music. They had a reggae band, steel drum band, and then they had a cover band that was absolutely wonderful. They did some fantastic modern music, some oldies, some stuff from the 70s, some stuff from the 80s, some stuff from the 90s, the 2000s, and to present day. So it was a wonderful night. We enjoyed ourselves, made it back here. That's the only excursion that we did do. We were planning on doing the Rum Academy down there at Galleon Bay, but that's in the same area as Shirley Heights. And after doing that journey back and forth to Shirley Heights, we didn't really want to do that journey again during this trip. So maybe we'll hit that on a follow-on trip. We did take advantage of the Sandals Select Rewards program. We got promoted from Coral to Sapphire on this trip. So we had in excess of now 25 paid nights here at Sandals Properties. So we, as is par for the course, we booked our next Sandals vacation for Negril. We have not been to Negril yet. That's going to be down in Jamaica. It's about an hour and a half drive from the Montego Bay Airport, but we've heard nothing but good things about Negril. I understand that the diving is very good there. We are very much looking forward to that. We're not going to do that until December of 2025, so that's 2 years out from now. But we are very much looking forward to that trip. And I just can't say enough good things about the property here at Sandals Grande Antigua. The staff has been wonderful. The food's been wonderful. The room is spectacular. And this is absolutely the biggest room that we have had as far as square footage is concerned. It's got a separate living room, separate bedroom, a huge balcony outside those two doors right there. And it's even got a separate butler pantry with a closet that we stuffed our luggage into after we unpacked. So the square footage on this room was spectacular. This was the Mediterranean Village Penthouse Butler Suite, and we stayed in room 7711. Highly recommend that. And if we came back to this property, we would request this very same room to stay in again. Because this has been absolutely a blast for us and a wonderful place to stay. Favorite restaurant was probably Mario's. We went there twice, but usually we will hit Soy for an appetizer of some sushi. I also tried some sashimi, nigiri, and I tried a carpaccio, a yellowfin carpaccio that was actually very, very good. We did the hibachi. That was a great show. Jason was our chef for that evening. He put on quite a wonderful show for us. We also really enjoyed Barefoot by the Sea. I had a surf and turf over there that was fantastic, and the floor is sand right there on the beach. So can't go wrong there. We had a really great time here at Sandals Grande Antigua. And if you're thinking about the property, man, feel free to hit me up. And if you have any specific questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Again, my name's Dave. I'm here just doing this for fun. I'm not a travel agent. I'm not a travel advisor. But safe travels and goodbye from Sandals Grande Antigua.